Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. Yay, we're one more day till Friday. I mean, really, we're hours away from Friday, so it's almost there. It's not technically there. So close, so close. Hope you guys have had a lovely day. I've had a decent day. Yeah, it's decent. I had an idea in the morning, which was I wanted to create a flickering system using CCRs on color correct regions on an actor component, and I managed to do it, and so I'm happy about that. If you're wondering why would I want a flickering effect on a color correct region, it's because you can't really do flickering lights when you're doing baking. That's a dynamic light thing, but you could simulate it with a color correct region that's flickering and still have it baked. Technically not quite the same effect, right? Because when you do it that way, it would also darken the shadows, but you could also just do it, filter like adjust just the highlights, for example. So there's a little bit that can be done to isolate, but even just overall gain fluctuation is a pretty good job. So I was relatively pleased with myself that I managed to pretty much get that going. So yay. I'll probably end up setting it up for myself in the project at some point when we end up doing baking. I don't know how I'm going to do. I'll probably have to end up baking all lights except the main directional for all the shadows of the characters. Or no, we can just leave it stationary. I'll do it. Hey, Blue Sneaker, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Then we can bake everything except the characters. Yeah, we'll just make it stationary, and that'll do it. Well, yeah, maybe we'll see. That time is not there yet. That time's not there yet. But other than that, oh yeah, I was supposed to look into if there's anything else new in 5.7 that was released that we were waiting for. U5 feature roadmap. Never did look. Hold on. 5.7 PCG. Editor mode, we went over. Video coming Sunday. Procedural vegetation editor. It's not really PCG. I don't know why it's in the PCG section. I guess it's in just... It is PCG, but not PCG. It's procedural content generation, just not PCG. Custom data types. I think that's C++. Polygon 2D, GPU, fast stuff, it's C++. Nodes and operations. Here, just swap to the screen now. I don't think there's anything we really need. Bitwise I don't fully understand. But more booleans, cool. We did a video on scene capture already. Call points outside actor bounds. I feel like that already existed. Oh, but it's just GPU now. Cool. So we're good. We make game now. We make game. We do good.
Posing for flaps, said the duck.
Are you a duck, Aya? Welcome, man. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Are you a duck? Do you go quack in the night? No, but DTS might be one. I mean, that is a very... You're gonna have to play the chances on that one to get a duck specifically. You could get the duck, but is there even a duck? I don't know. It's gonna load. It's gonna load. I don't think it's the first time it has this much of a wait. Maybe one day we get Donald Duck announcing the pausing for ads. I mean, if that is an option, then yeah, it can happen. I just don't know if that's an option. I think he might have failed to find a solution. This time I found it. Just needs to generate now, because I saw it. I think. Oh. What's going on? I know I tweaked some stuff, but come on, give me one. I don't think it's going well. We need to add a new... Give me one. It was working fine before. A couple of days ago. You stop working on it for a day and everything breaks. It's... Oh. Ah, finally. Yay, look at that. See, that's our new one. The one that goes up and down is our new one. Look at that. Hey, Skronek, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I don't see any other ones around here. Let's see. Let's go explore. So this is the new one that we added. Right. Right, that's the view. That's the bridge, as you can see there. Come down here. We can go check out the floaties. That look pretty nice. Anything else above? Do we have anything else, or rather below? Anything else below? No, it doesn't look like there's going to be anything else below. Only one layer, it seems. Or rather, there's two layers. There is another thing here. Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm dead. How did I manage to get into the stairs again? That's happened like twice now, but it doesn't happen all the time. I don't like it. Okay, now it's consistent. Elio, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's fine. Anything you go by your VTubing entity, you're an Eldritch Reaper, which makes you a cosmic horror. I mean, that sounds cool. That definitely sounds cool. Maybe there's another one around. Anyway, the thing we need to do, all that was really to do is I can just go here. Is that halving the capsule like a crouch would? No. That doesn't change that. I just offset it up. But I think I just check the end position, and I think it just fails on the end for some reason sometimes. I don't know why it's like it doesn't move up, but I'll deal with that later. Inside the dungeon, it's fine. Just don't dash around across the stairs. If I randomize build, and give it some time. There it is. So this one, for example, right, is pretty vertical, which is nice. So this one goes from here to down to this one, which goes to... Oh, this one doesn't go any... Wait, how does this one not go anywhere? That one ends there. But so does this one. Wait, why? Oh, it's because it's going here. It's connecting here. Okay, I need to... That's a thing I need to adjust. So if we take a look, though, from above, right? Everything is kind of really packed. There's not really much room to put another one. What we really need is a 1x1 piece. That's what we need. A filler piece to put in places. I think above everything else, that's what that's the one we need. Oh, it's not teleportation bugs. It's just that I removed these two from being entrances because I was failing to generate a possible setup. So now I put these entrances. And now if we go ahead and randomize build, there's a higher chance of it failing now. But that's because, again, we need that little piece that has multiple, that needs a straight and a turn. So it needs a small T intersection, basically. You have to fix one thing. Whenever you add an item, it needs to update the current health to it. Unless you leave it out complete. Why do you need the current health for items? You're more surprised it happens down the stairs and not up the stairs, because down the stairs would expect to fall. Yes, I failed on this one. If I try building again. Yeah, this is why we need that one piece. I think we'll go ahead and make it now. Okay, it's trying to generate. That's why my mouse is slow. It's gonna fail. Yeah, it's failed again. Okay. So we need that 1x1x1. So let's go ahead and make it. Da-da-da-da. We need to grab you. That's what Rufy said. That's why we need that one piece. Basically, whenever max health present on the items at subsets gets equipped, should it update the current health as well? Yes. Because that's how other games do it. So that is the expected outcome nowadays. So if you have 100 health and you equip something that gives you 25, you should have 125 max health and 100 health. If you actually, well, actually, no, you shouldn't. I think it is the other way around. I think it is just max health that games do, because I just realized by that, if it was the first option, which I was thinking, then you could just equip it, unequip, and effectively heal yourself to full, which it's not like unequipping it removes the current health, because that shouldn't be able to kill you from unequipping gear. So it should be just max health, and then potions or whatever else, yeah, will get you up. That's how they do it. Yep. Retrigger the health regen then? Yeah. Assuming that you can regen based on your conditions, yeah. Retrigger it. Or try to retrigger it. Depends on how many turnips Leo was carrying at the time, I think. He probably has like a handful, which isn't many because they're pretty big. Yeah, like 2 or 3. Was my guess. Health regen consists of in combat, out of combat, and global regen. Do you have out of combat health regen that is different than in combat health regen? Because keep in mind that unless there's a time constraint, if you have out of combat health regen, you're effectively incentivizing the player from killing a few mobs, and then if they take damage, just wait. Health fully regens, and then go again. Next couple of mobs, health fully regens. Next couple of mobs, health fully regens. If your out of combat is different than in combat. Not everyone will do that, but I know some people do. There are abilities they can use to heal yourself, so it's not only reliant on that. Okay. That probably should be fine. Let's go with something like this. Let's move it up. I think it's 2950. Yep. Do I want a small bridge on this one? It would be nice to have a small bridge on this one, honestly. This is off by single value here. There we go. So that's 4 now. If we wanted to bridge, where would we put it? You know what? I think it's too close to the edges. Yeah, it's too. This whole place is too close to the edges. Let's redraw it. Has anyone asked how I'm doing today? Doing fine. Doing fine. Yeah. Same as always. Just been working. Normally games have global region, Leo. It's just you. The character has region, unless you're in like a base, in which case you're just at full health always. Doom round only do healing while in combat. Does Doom do that? That's interesting. Hey, Elder Hero, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. How would you go about doing a dungeon generation? Like Repo or Lethal Company? I haven't played either one. But dungeon generation, I'm not an expert on. I'm using a plugin to do my dungeons with pre-made rooms. So I don't know how those games do it. No clue. Hey Kilo, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. How you handle GI in your project? Global illumination? I'm just using Lumen right now. It'll be baked in the end, but for now it's Lumen. No, that's not good. I don't want that. Let's do. If I want a bridge, let's say here. Can I I can't undo just a few of them. And then we can do a bridge here. We need to move some of these points over. And it'll probably be fine. Because if you kill quickly, you get bonuses and keep fighting. You keep up tempo up. That's a good way of doing it. It's just regular PCG with the randomization rule set, and that's it for the dungeons. I wouldn't do dungeons with PCG. Everyone keeps wanting to make dungeons with PCG. I wouldn't do dungeons with PCG. I'd populate the dungeons with PCG, but I wouldn't create the dungeon graphs themselves with PCG. 5.6. 5.7 just literally came out. Otherwise, I use the latest. I'm pretty much always on the latest. That, yeah, that's correct there. You're good. Okay. Very first tile, say you're thinking you're gonna go with enhanced forest or enchanted, not enhanced. I can read. Using PCG decorate, yeah, that's a good way of doing it. You have a quest arc in mind for it? Further along than me. that's further along than I am. So good job. Your game design document was made months ago, so this is just filling the blanks. Oh yeah, if you made a game design document, then yeah, you have things kind of figured out. I didn't make one of those. Well, I did, but just it's not this. Ooh. That is in the middle of 2. But that lines up. Oh, it's because this literally isn't lined up. Oh, wrong one, wrong one. That's what we want to move. There we go. So now the question becomes, do I make it flat or do I make it move down a little? I think we do move it down. Not much, maybe like 1 level of stairs or something. Haven't had a chance to play around 5.7 yet, but the overview of improvements seemed interesting to try out. There's not that much in 5.7. There's a few nice things, but there's not like a huge amount, unless you know C++. And then there might be a little more. Random map generator, they have basically preset rooms and they just puzzle them together. Yeah, you could do it that way. Yeah. But that you wouldn't do that with PCG, right? You wouldn't assemble them with PCG. You use PCG, but the rooms itself definitely don't. Yeah. Populate the rooms with PCG, but don't assemble the rooms together with PCG. Build using blueprints, decorate using PCG, yeah. You run into issues with child actors, or oh yeah, you should use child actors. Yeah, that's correct. Don't use child actors. Tiny bit of C++, but been mainly staying with blueprints. Nice. Hey, Elbow, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. They said the AI was good for C++. It could be. I can't speak on the C++ aspect of it at all. It's very possible that the new A thing is good for C++. The question I would have is it better than the alternative for C++? Right, just because it's good, but is it the best? Because it's not the best, you go for whichever one is the best, right? It needs to be the best, not just good. Do I use blueprints for what? My entire project is blueprints, but not everything is blueprints. So I'm not sure what you're referring to. Something specific? Do I know how to code? Well, I know how to use blueprints, but I do not. What's it called? I don't know coding. I've tried learning many times, and it's not for me. I get so bored every single time. So bored every single time. That's my main problem. I can't deal with the syntax and stuff. And I'm a visual person. I'm not, let me write this in code person. So, because of that, yeah, never really went far with it. You haven't tried to learn that type of coding yet, but just looking at it, you can make sense. Can't make sense at all. I mean, I understand some basic stuff, but that's it. That's all I could do. Visual is a lot easier to understand for you. Yeah, me too. I'm an artist, so I'm not a coder. So for me, I need the visual aspect of it badly. If it really comes down to what is the best, it's definitely learning code. I mean, best in what regard? If I learned code, I would get bored and demoralized. I would never finish the game. Define best. Quality, sure, maybe. For me, learning to code means I quit doing game dev because I do not enjoy it. I don't have fun. It's miserable to me. So there is no quality. Actually, on quality perspective too, my quality would be 0 in the end because I wouldn't do it. I just quit. So, it's not for everyone. It's not for me. I do not enjoy it at all. You're a 3D artist who used to be a software developer. You literally got burnout from it, but the stress, the being bored caused. Yeah, I started as a 3D generalist, and then I focused as a generalist in terms of like environments, but still like pure 3D generalist. I just did pretty much everything. And then I became an and went like full into Unreal environments and became a tech artist. And so you have options, or using Blueprints or PC++ or mix of both. Yeah. In terms of like, yeah, there's an optimized way of doing it that will get you the most optimal results. But if you look at it from the other point of view of which will give you results, period, and one of them will not get you results, probably don't do that one. Because if you just don't like something and you're going to force yourself to do it, you're going to get burnt out or lose interest, and then that's it. And you'll never finish the project. So, kind of important to keep that in mind. Just a little bit, you know? Focus lies in NPR styles. I don't know what NPR stands for. You're also very niche with that, and you just have to love it, because it definitely is something that still extremely niche. As long as you enjoy it, that's the main thing. You enjoy HLSL and you've made some cool shaders with it, yeah. That's awesome. I cannot do that. So, power to you. That's not bad. I think having this will help a lot. I'm thinking arches here, but let's go make the paths and all that first. Non-photorealistic rendering. Got it. Making 3D look drawn. I'm gonna need to do something like that for this. I doubt. You know what? I used to be able to do that really well. To make, I used to be able to make things look stylized, by using ZBrush combined with old school Quixel that was built into Photoshop, because the AO that it output was slightly tinted, and you can use it for you can use it to give it like an aesthetic. I wonder if I can find. Hold on. I wonder if I can find one of my like really old attempts at a stylized environment. Hold on. Where would it be? Maybe in my 2017 demo reel. Hold on. I'm not gonna show you guys the demo reel. It has all my personal information. But and here's some stuff that I've done in the past that I haven't shown on stream yet. I made a ship. It was for the TV show Crossbones. That's the wireframe for it. to find 21 Jump Street. It's longer ago than that, Blue Sneaker. That's when they made the demo reel. This is a tavern used using sub D. That's why it's all smoothed out, but the topology so low because this is sub D modeling. You can see all the edge flow and all that stuff here, right? This is like super old. This is, I would guess this is somewhere between 2011 2015. So this is probably a decade ago. Like this model. It's still good. Freaking UV the entire thing. Ah, here we go. So, for reference, this was the concept reference that I grabbed. Okay, and basically what I did was I just found texture reference online, or not texture reference. I found concept artists, and I just like looked through concept art that people did, and went for that. So this is the concept art, and now let me show you the actual model in UE4 time. So that's the model. That is the model. Let's do. All right. So like this stuff. Stop it. What? I just want to draw. I don't want to do line. Why am I doing line? Stop. How do I tell it to not do line? Just want to do this. Why? Why are you trying to make me do a shape? I don't want to do a shape. Okay, well, this thing. Right? Like all of this was done with basically Quixel. Just everything here was just have another angle. I just have the two angles. Yeah. So like everything, all of this stuff was done with Quixel back in the day. The one that was done in Photoshop, like all the stylized, just basically ZBrush sculpt, and then do Quixel, and that's how I did all the stuff for this. You're familiar with Dylan Gu? Dylan Gu? No. If that's the person, no. Is it like the stuff when you were studying that people would have wanted you to do instead you went crazy with making anime scenes and characters, mostly characters? Yeah, do whatever you enjoy, really. Oh, yeah, this is also the demo reel that I showed off earlier. that has the UDK environment that I created off of Street View. Here, I'll show one last one. And Disneyland City Hall. The main thing, though, from all of these is you could tell that I really enjoyed modeling. That was what I like focused on. The hard surface modeling has always been like the thing that I enjoy the most. Like, this is hard surface modeling. This is like, you can see the topology, right? There's no extra unnecessary edge loops, pretty much. This one, yeah, it could be done like this. I hate that it won't let me just draw normally. I do this one. I can do this one. Oh no, this is also being straight lines. Why is it? God. Zipping tool, why are you being garbage right now? But yeah, you can do this here, right, to save a little bit. And then you can do this. But if you want it to be like super clean, where you can add more edge loops down the line, this is, you know, this way. Okay. So, you know, until AI gets to this point where it can do topology like this, to me, it's useless. I want this kind of topology. I want it to match my skill level over a decade ago, at the very least. How old are these environments? This is like 2012, 13. Like, that's it. So it's over a decade old, this environment. Pretty much all of these that I've shown have been that long. Here, I'll show you something that isn't an environment. My first gig out of college was working at 21 Jump Street. I made the doves. God. What happened? What happened to you, snipping tool? Yeah, I made the doves. The doves, I modeled, rigged. I did lit. Only thing I didn't do for them is animation. I mean, so. Yep. Anyway. That was our little detour into, I don't know how this started. I don't remember anymore. How I went to showing that but there it was. Yeah, those are all pretty much over a decade old. Textures from ZBrush Talk. That's what. Yeah, the stylized textures. That's where we started with. Yep. That's what it was. The one that rank gives you JRPG vibes. You love that one? Well, it was freaking Roppongi in Japan. So I understand why it would give you JRPG vibes. You're just proving you're not crazy? How am I proving I'm not crazy? I'm pretty crazy. I don't know. I don't know, my good sir. Yeah, I can do something like this. This will be fun. Choice of lighting situation gives you JRPG vibes. I just wanted to do a night scene because I wanted to do a reflective floor. That was when I didn't even understand how you would do a road. Like that's when I just first learned pretty much about like, okay, to do a road, you need to just put a lot of decals for every stripe. Is that how they do it? Like I didn't understand anything. Yeah, get some sleep, Aya. Sleep time, best time. As always, Yush, lots of bug-free progress, so I appreciate it. It's not going to be bug-free, but I appreciate the thought of it. It is almost definitely not going to be bug-free. And that's okay. I don't know why I have to scale it up so much. This doesn't really matter, but... There you go. Looking good. That's your favorite of my stuff that I have seen? The Street View model? Which is funny because it was the first one. Pretty much the first one that I ever did, because it's UDK, right? It was... I don't remember if UE4 was out at that point. I think UDK was... It was literally just... UDK was the latest, and UE4, I don't think it was out. I think it might have been in, like, early access or development at the time. I should probably save this. Kind of, it's important to save, guys. Just don't forget, save your work. You know, slightly important to save your work. Let's go ahead and... I don't want it to be a straight line. what can we do? I mean, that's already better, right? That is already better. Why? Oh, there's grass underneath it. That's why we're seeing the stones there. Yeah, there we go. That solves the problem. You know, it's still mostly straight, but it's not completely straight. Okay, it's worse the more it's bent. No, you don't want to have it. But as I always mention that whenever I bring up the old stuff, that if for whatever reason you want me to give feedback on any of your stuff, just send it my way. I'll happily give feedback. As long as you're aware that I'm not gonna be like, that I'll be honest. As long as you're okay with me being honest. That's the main thing. That's not bad. That's not bad. Slight variation. Nothing crazy. We'll have maybe like 2 spawn points on this one. Or 2 mob packs rather on this one. Now, for this one, I'm thinking I want to do I want to do the arches. So let me grab the arches first. These. How I'm gonna make this, I'm not sure. But I wanna. I think we just use these because these are, I feel, is the right size.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Morgan Freeman? Is that what that was? Who that was? Maybe? I'll figure out something to place in between them. This one wasn't as fun, or in general? Let me get a quick drink. I'll be right back. I'm back. Mm. Or do you mean my game doesn't look as fun as you were expecting? Which would be, you know, fair. Let me. I'm just thinking in terms of visibility. If I think in terms of visibility, this might be a slight problem. Again, I'm gonna need to do the masking effect, which I think I might do after I finish with this environment. We might look into that. And I'm actually thinking about putting in the, do I want to put the floating orbs in here? No, I don't think I do. What we could try doing though, how about putting this down? Maybe have just two of them. The more wacky the voice, the more fun. Yeah, well, it's random, so you never know what it is. Sometimes less is more. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just removed one. Probably should not have them rotated in the same direction. Just like this instead. I like that. You did like the 3 though? I'm just trying out to see if we can do something more interesting kind of in the middle. I might put it back, but I just want to... Let's actually put it here. I can put it back here. These guys... do I want these? Oh, I feel like sneezing. Oh, the feeling of sneezing but not sneezing. Oh. I hate it. I hate it. How about adding a Japanese vending machine to that island then? A Japanese vending machine? There you go. I don't think it quite works. I'll be honest. But I do have one. Do we do 3? I think 3 doesn't quite work. I think 3 doesn't quite work. It's just, then it just ends up being aligned with one of these, and so I think we keep it like this for now. Maybe we'll do something different down the line. It will just make this a little more interesting. Maybe I should put this kind of broken stone underneath all of these spots, actually. That might look nice, now that I think about it. If we did... like a small patch here. Maybe? Why am I getting nothing here? There you go. Couple of extra stones around. Right. Could be nice. Just a little, again, a little, just a few here and there. Well, I'll add some rocks as well. But I like that. And then we'll make also rocks around this area. We'll just need to increase the amount of them. There you go. All right. I'm not going to put it underneath every single one of these, but I think oh, that, you know what? That one's nice. I'll keep that one. Let's have a, you know, a little more interest in those spots. That's good. Let's go ahead and add the cliffs. I hate that you can't do control middle mouse drag when you have one of these open. You have to go back through here. Oh, now I can. So now we just need to draw this out. Okay. Upsie daisy. You didn't even know they had that feature? Which one? Going this? Yeah, if you control, hold control and middle click and then drag up, top view, left, side view, Bottom left is perspective. So that's, you can quickly swap using holding control down and just middle click drag. Top, side, other side, bottom, I believe, top, perspective. We're not sticking out with these, which is good. As long as they don't stick out from the sides, that's all that matters. If we're never gonna see them from below, obviously. So it's fine, you know. I'm gonna actually put in. Oh, I keep forgetting to put in the clouds. I'm gonna put in the clouds now. Finally work around to that culling issue. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, absolutely. Someone posted it in the last video, which was my hope. My hope was I posted that this is a problem and someone will, in the comments, will be able to tell me the solution. And one person did. And so as soon as they did, I tried it out. I'm like, oh my God, it worked. So I'm like, I gotta tell everyone. On 5.2, nothing like that happens. What? This has been around since like Unreal 4. If you're referring to just swapping views, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, well, yeah. The clouds will always be in those spots with the island. Yep. Yep. Add a little bit of particles here. I'm gonna add some in the center as well. Make this place a little more mysterious. So if we play, you can see these particles in the air. There might be a little too many now. Let's tone that down. That's kind of nice. The culling issue doesn't occur in 5.2. You need to zoom out far enough. Put things like way up in the distance. And using only the perspective view, like move it like 20,000 units in the air and then go in the top view, or put it 20,000 units below. That might also work. I don't know. I don't like this. There. Goodbye, rock I don't like. What happened to the stones here? I didn't actually generate any, did I? Oh, these are stones, sorry, not rocks. I was like, what happened to the stones? There are no stones. I didn't generate any. That's what happened to them. Is it better with a bigger one? I think it's better with a smaller one. Hey, Prosto, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Why arcs under such funny angles to the roads? Because it looks cool. It looks interesting. That's it. It looks more interesting than having it completely parallel. Yep. Because yeah, I can have it be completely parallel, but it just doesn't look interesting. Actually, building those wouldn't make them more even. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'll figure out down the line a reason for them to be angled. But I'm gonna make them angled and then find a reason why they're angled down the line. Simple as that. And you could first figure out the reason, or you can make up a reason later. As long as it's somewhat believable, you'll be fine. You can simulate physics and leave the stuff fall and save transforms. Yeah, you can do that. Yep. That is a thing you can do, absolutely. It depends if it was built by an engineer or an architect. The thought process that I'm having for my world at the current moment is that the entire world went through some kind of fracturing and got split up and raised from the ground, and so there's going to be different biomes and stuff from different areas, and now you're exploring them. I think that's where I am right now with it, as the idea. Doesn't mean that's gonna stay as the idea, but that's where we are right now. Can you like grab the stuff and throw it into a blueprint where it's landed somehow? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Someone messed up the world very bad for sure, architects. Yeah, there's a lot of this place is just destroyed pieces anyway. So I think I am gonna bring in the floating rocks in between this. I think that's gonna look nice. Let's go back to our other environment or other level here, and I'm gonna grab from here. You. Just grab these pieces. Copy. Paste. And I kind of want them floating in between the two. Maybe a few out as well, actually. I like these. I'm not thrilled on these. These feel a little too together. So I'm going to take you and scoot you like over here. And because these three are all nicely destroyed, I'm going to swap out this one and this one. Is it a story-driven game you're making? Absolutely not. It's a mechanics and gameplay-driven game. I have not thought about the story pretty much at all. And the little particles here is interesting. And now maybe this thing is somehow messing with the gravity and stuff. Did you want a long one? Long what? I like this. I think this is nice. Let's go ahead and grab the stuff we need from the other level again. Like the mob spawn location and this thing. Oh wait, not you. Not you. Here? Where do we put it? Oh, here. This thing. And where's the mob spawner? There we are. Copy. Okay, so where are we? I think we're gonna put the pickup in front of this thing. So if you get to this island, it'll be here. And the mobs will have 2 packs on this island, I'm thinking. One pack will be here, and the other pack will be maybe over here. Most likely they'll see you from the bridge, and they'll come along. So on this island, you probably won't be fighting both packs at the same time. Oh, we need to add the nav mesh bounds volume. Oh. Kinda needs to be where the things are. There we go. Why the heck don't they let you click and drag a box to select stuff in the viewport? You mean this? In that? Yeah? They do. It's only for the it's only for the know-how people. If you know, you know, you know? Why can't you do that? Once you have used Unreal for as long as I have, they will give you the permission to do this for yourself. You can even do it here. Or here. When you're in these views, is just click and drag. But when you're in perspective, because left click is just rotate, you press Control Alt and drag. So in the perspective view specifically, it's Control Alt, and then you can have your rectangle. Hey, Revolution Art, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I think this one is pretty much ready. It was a nice small one, so it didn't take much. We don't have room to place a floating island of any kind, although we could try. We could maybe fit one, but I don't think it'll look great. Yeah, let's go ahead. Oh, we need the doors. We need the doors. These things. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. So tired of clicking each damn thing. Now you're gonna run into the trouble of selecting things you don't want to, though. Oh, that's time. It's not gonna say it this time. Then you randomize to one that it doesn't work. Hey, that's what happens when you do pure random. Sometimes the TTS is just, the voice just doesn't work. I mean, what I can do though, here, what I can do is, oh, you know what I can do? I can do, even without that, I can probably just do, just like that. It should do it. Unless it's just broken right now. Try again. Does it need a restarting? Why no work? Hold on. Let me just restart it and see if that helps. Now, so for when ads are over as well, no. No. Although maybe my button doesn't work anymore. That also could be a thing.
Pausing for ads.
There we go. Now it works. Time to restart it. Here. You can have this for free. Assuming it plays. It isn't playing. They actually didn't play it. About an announcement when you have to get a drink? I drink during ads. I don't know if you noticed, but I just drink during ads, so I don't really need a separate announcement for that. If you want to do TTS, that is a channel point redeem on Twitch. You can save up points by watching on Twitch and use that to have it say whatever you want. I'm just saying. That also happens simply during ads, Kronek. There is a TTS redeem on Twitch. I know you're watching on YouTube, but just know that is a thing. I know, but I'm giving you the option. Right? I'm giving you the option. Oh, wait. I need a better solution for this. This is gonna get so long. I know Leo was saying that my previous thing was the Leviathan, but this could be truly the biggest Leviathan. I mean, I could, I guess, in the end, swap based off of the level first. Or the base of the floor, and then each one will be smaller. So I could split it up in the end. I just hate that I have to do it this way. Maybe you're just too old, but you don't understand why the F anyone would want to watch someone else play a game. When you were a kid, that was the worst part of having to wait for your turn. I don't know. When I was a kid, I enjoyed watching people play. Yeah. Because the reason you like, or a lot of people like watching someone else play, is because sometimes you're just not good at something. You're not good at that kind of game. And so you just want to watch someone who is good, and it's more entertaining then. Plus, you get the commentary a lot of times. And then there's also the fact that you're watching it together in a big group, and if you're also active in chat, right? It feels like an event. Oh, Leviathan thing? Leo called my giant... I used to have a bigger Switch statement, and Leo just called it Leviathan. And apparently he's seen a true Leviathan before. Now that mine no longer looks like a Leviathan. It's just a long Switch statement. That's all. Build. Okay, so with this one, it should theoretically be easier for us to generate dungeons because this is big. The fact that this is just a 1x1, it can fit pretty much anywhere, and it has a T intersection, this should be very helpful for our setup. Let's see if it is. If we come here and we do randomize build, there it is. Oh, hold on. I forgot to, well, it built, which is great. I forgot to delete all the lighting stuff here. Now that we're done with it. I can do a 4-way next? I don't need to. 3-way is fine. Okay, let's go randomize build. Yeah, that was pretty fast. Where is it? There it is. So this one, right, has the old up and down one. Yeah, look at that. Look how often this one now appears. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to change that. I need to change the chances of it appearing. Randomize build. Yeah, or it's gonna place it pretty much everywhere. It's okay, let's go ahead and adjust that. Oh, not you. You. So I'm gonna make it like 0.25 or 0.1, just like the others, like the other plane rooms. You shouldn't change the chance of how often it appears. You should just make more so that it looks more varied. Yeah, of course. And eventually it will. All right, so that generated down. And we take a look. There's one of them, which is good because that means we got a nice connection to this island. You see how tightly it's all packed together. And this one doesn't have any connections here. Where you have this one's like here 3-4 times. Okay, this one's here too many times. We need more variations of islands, for sure. But the main thing I want to make sure is it'll always generate, because it has a way of generating. So right now I'm trying to generate another one. Let's see if it succeeds. It seems like it did. There it is. All right, again, we start at the top here. There it is. And has a way to go left and right. So that's interesting. So here it splits into 2 ways. See, there's 2 ways to go down. And it meets up here. So this is really nice. Right, so you can go to this one and then go down, or you can go to this one and go down to this, and then both of them connect. There's the shop, and then down here you can go down 1 more level. All right, so it seems like we're probably fine with this for now. I'll randomize it and build one more time. An H-shaped island. You cannot. So the way it works is it's basically a cube of how many sections by how many sections you want. So you could make the island within it H-shaped in quotes, but it would effectively be a 3x3. Right, so you'd have the like 3 in the left, 3 in the right, and 1 in the middle actually being used, and the 2 still exists. You couldn't actually make the room H-shaped. It would still be a cubic. You can do like 1x3. You can do like any ratio, but you cannot make it non-cubic sense. this one's really nice. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the kind of stuff that I want. Right. So let's go ahead and test it actually in the hub, in a game, and see what we get. The limitation of the dungeon you bought, yeah. It is extremely powerful. Like, it will assemble whatever you want. Like, you can make rooms 1x4 and, you know, 2x7 or whatever you don't want, but it needs to be those setups. And then there's specific points you have to put doors as well. So there's limitations to this, but there's a limitation to everything. Nice. If I zoom out here, yep. So we have this area that continues on, and we're way down here. So let's explore. Now, when it comes to ice cream, why not? Okay, there's our new level. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's our new level. That's a lot of mobs. Okay, he's fine there. Here's another teleport down. Okay. And this is the new double layered one that we created, which means that if we come here, there's our floating island. And we see the bottom of it right there. And if we come here and use this, there we are. It is dangerous to... I might need to move the... There's our whole... a thing here. We might need to move that mob spawner locations, because you probably don't want to have it where you teleport, or the teleportation needs to give you grace window. Honestly, I think that's the thing. It should give you the grace window. So this one didn't give me very much verticality in terms of visible verticality. This is the shop. So we try a different one. While making a multi-tiered room itself, maybe an island shaped like a spiral stairs or something. We already have the double, the teleport between levels. I could make a room where you actually like can just walk down the things, but one, it would be a big pain in the ass to set up, and two, if you make the rooms too big in terms of too many modules, it won't be happy. So so we're going to go right. I mean, we can go left or right, I guess. Go this way. In hopes of finding us a nice view. Okay, I see that. That's nice that we see other parts of islands over there. Yeah, that's nice. Go this way. Yep, that's our new one. See, that's what dead end looks like right now. That's our meta pickup item. Here's one of the old levels, which is why the cubes here are twice as big. There's the shop, I think. Oh, no, this is the other big one. All right. So it works pretty well. We'll try one more time. I think I want even more verticality. The problem is we need... What we probably want to do is create a 1x1 teleport. Sorry, 1x2 vertical, but like a 1x1x2. And that will give us more verticality. Oh, here we go. Right there. See, I want more stuff like this, where you just see the room below that. Move myself, right? I want stuff like that. Again, obviously, when you go actually down there, you won't see it. We need to fake it. We can go down there now. Got the nice bridge. Is it connected to another bridge? Oh my goodness. Bridge connected to bridge, which means there's another teleporter. So this one was a multi-layered one, but it angled in a way that made it so we can't into another bridge one. But we, oh my god, this was actually very high. Lots of verticality. See, this is awesome right there. This view. That's why I like this long bridge, or made this long bridge, right? We get this super nice verticality here, which means there's another way to go down, which is right here. Go even further down, and this is probably the lowest level. I can't imagine it's going to go any lower than this. Yeah, this is a dead end. Yeah, this is just a small little island on the bottom. But yeah, that sounds pretty good. That's what we want. That's what we want. Now, I think it's safe to say that it is now generating relatively consistently, right? And because of that, I think the next thing we need to look into is how do we do the cutout? And I don't have a good solution for that right now. See, did I say that it's generating consistently and then we just don't have it generate? I managed to find this, not find a seed in the time. Let me set it up where I give it just more chances for now. We need a few more, it seems. Let's do number of timeouts, retries allowed. Let's do, number of layout build retries. Instead of 50, I'll do 100. Okay. Hopefully they'll be better. Okay, what's going to be our method to cutouts? What I'm going to do is actually go to YouTube. That's how I usually do things. And search U5 camera. Let's do camera occlusion masking. And I'm going to see what is the best way that people are showing it. What I don't want to do is this. I don't want this. What I do want is this, I think. Where you still see the object, but it's kind of cut out. My eyes with that flashbang. So let's just quickly see what he's doing. Because my main thing is he does a sphere trace for the objects. And then he probably adds them and removes them. Yeah, he adds them. So he keeps track of them, which one was in it, and then which one's being removed. And then for each one of those, and he's setting visibility. Because so this is him just showing that you can turn it on and off completely. But we don't want to turn it on and off completely. He's gonna do dithering, which is the plan for me. So here he's probably going to get material, create a dynamic instance, and then yes, set the value. My only concern with this so that's what I was thinking. My only concern with this, that's the fastest tutorial, that when I know how things are done and I'm just trying to find the idea of how to do it, that's how I watch tutorials. Yeah, you're not getting much watch time from me. But if I don't know how to do something, I'll watch it, typically at 2x speed. Tutorials tend to go faster. So theoretically, this should work. The only thing I am concerned about is, I think, go back to the video. It's creating all the dynamic material instances, and then because that's so he creates a dynamic material instance for pretty much all of it and assigns it. Is there what I need to do? So in the end, you'll have a lot of objects with dynamic material instances, which is fine as long as they don't create multiple. That's what I want to try to avoid. I don't want to create and assign a new dynamic material instance on something that already has one. Is there a way to check if a material is already a dynamic material instance on an object? Let's find out. The only way I know how to find out in Unreal Engine 5. Is there a way to tell if an object has a dynamic material instance applied to it, or if it's a regular material instance? Let's find out, because I want to exclude obviously things that already have it, because then it has it assigned, so I just need to then get it and assign the value to it. I don't think it will be possible. In blueprints, get material pinned, connect to cast to material instance dynamic node. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. We can do this in that case. Yeah, that'll work. Let me take a look at the materials this is set up. So, Object Master, I like the sound of that. What about the floor? Object Master. Okay, I like it. What about this? Yes! If they're all going to use the same material instance, this is going to be great. This is how you set up materials and material instances. You just create one master one, and you just bam, 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 swap things out, and you're good. It seems like probably all of these are using, the same setup. Heck freaking yeah! What about the trees? Trees are different. Trees I might not want to cut out, to be fair. But it makes, but even those use the same base. Oh, thank you to the creator of this pack. Mwah, chef's kiss. So what we're gonna do though is set this to masked. It will increase the cost of things. Ooh, you know what? What we need to do though is not set it to masked. And only set it to override it to masked on the things we want. Because mask is bad with nanite. And if I plan to use nanite down the line, this would be bad. You're only saying that you didn't want to cut out the trees because it would be an extra step of work. Well, yeah. That wasn't a secret. I'm a lazy bastard. Yeah, of course. If you tell me I can just not do something, that's amazing. Abso-freaking-lutely. Why do I have this so many times? Dithered refraction? Guess that's opacity mask. We're just gonna do this. We don't need to actually set it. But what we can do is test with, for example, this one. So on you, we can go and override it to be, oh, not you, to masked. And so this one is masked. So it's not as nice for nanite, but I don't have to make the ground masked, which is good. Okay, so now that we have this, let's go to our testing level. Okay, and so we need to make it so this thing cuts out. After the ads. Why isn't it talking? It didn't say the last thing either. It's just not behaving today. Well, I'll restart it again.
Pausing for ads.
There you go. Manual TTS. If you keep this up, you're going to have to start complaining about ads again. What if I did this? If it works.
It's pissing me off. If you keep this up, I'm going to have to start complaining about ads again.
That make you feel better? What do you, Why? Ugh. Cut out blocking objects, I guess. So what we can do is set another timer by event. That was almost like Gru. I know Gru. I've watched Despicable Me. I've not watched any other Despicable Me after that because I know there's been multiple, and I've not seen the Minions movies either. But I watched the original Despicable Me, which was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. Well, we need a multi-sphere trace for objects. Start at the camera location. And at the actor location. Probably don't want to go all the way to the actor, but we'll see how it is to begin with. Radius we'll do 150, and we'll do for duration. Okay, so too far. So we need to get it off of the ground, basically. So what we need to do is get a forward vector. Multiply it by, I don't know, 1,000. And then this will be subtracting it, actually. Because we want to go back away from it. You're surprised that you watched a movie? Oh, I've watched some movies. Okay, so this is not... we need to go further. So that was too far. Let's do like 500. It's just barely. Okay. 200. Okay. I think that's probably where we want to be. And I want to... So what I don't want happening is when I'm next to a wall, that the wall disappears. So... That's the only that's the thing, right? That seems good. Seems good, and... If I'm right up against it, it seems like it has a green spot. Good. Okay, so that's probably fine. Okay, let's clean this up. It's got anything that hits your radius, not just stuff between you and the camera, right? Anything that hits my radius or hits that area between the camera and me. So it's within this range that it's cutting things out. So assuming it hits something. I guess I don't need to do a for each loop, but let's convert this to a function. Look like you were standing in front of the wall. I was standing in front of the wall. Wall, yes, but I was testing behind because I wanted to make sure that I don't make the wall transparent, even though I'm standing in front of it, because I don't want to cut something out that's behind the camera or behind the player. Effectively, I want to cut things out in front of the player, between the player and the camera. I might honestly just copy the graph. I'm feeling lazy. Add. If that is a component, is a capsule component. I don't need to do that check because it won't hit the capsule component. Add it. And then here, I don't like the way that's done. How is he checking to remove it? Hold on. How is he actually checking to put it back? What is that check on the bottom? He's doing the... Okay. I would need to actually watch it, but I can't be bothered. So what we can do is check if this contains this head actor. Okay. If it does, that means it's already been taken care of. If it doesn't, let's promote to a local variable. The head actor will be a static mesh. So there's an object reference. Okay, let me do a cast static mesh actor. And then we need to do create a dynamic material instance, but only if it doesn't have one already assigned. So what we need to do is from the static mesh component, get the material, dex 0, and then cast to material instance dynamic. So if it fails, which means it's not assigned, I want to create one. Okay. And then of its same type in slot 0. And then we can do a promote to local variable here. This is the dynamic material reference, which we'll get from both of these. And then we can do set scalar parameter value. And we're going to set opacity to 0.2. So let's start with this. Ta-da! Okay, good. Okay, we need to now now we need to remove it. So, what is the best way to remove it? If it hit nothing is easy. If it hit nothing is easy because all we need to do is go through all the cutout objects and do for each loop. And then we do effectively this. Except we don't need to check because it's always going to be a success. The check doesn't hurt really, so we can just put it back to 1. Let's do this. So let's start with this. Let's turn off the trace, or let's do 1 frame so we can still see it, but it's just not. Okay. So it's not ever failing to hit something? It is. It is. So then... But it's not getting past here. Let's try just put it here. So it's not printing even there. Why is it not printing there? This is a global variable. What's the length of this? Once I overlap it, it should be 1. Aww. Oh. I never add it. Ah. I never add it. That's why it never finds it. Whoops. That's kind of important. Okay. But but now, so the check that I have isn't good, which is the contains. The contains is bad. Oh, it's contains is bad because it needs to be removed here. So here it needs to do all this, and complete it needs to clear. And this is fine. This is fine. All right. Look good. Now, the problem we are going to have is if we have a bunch of these, right? I am no longer overlapping those, but until I overlap nothing, they're not going to disappear like that. So I might need to adjust my values a little bit. So now we need to see what happens. We need to do the if we have overlapped, and then if it is already if it doesn't contain it, right? It adds it. So then we need to check which objects are no longer overlapping. Why are your status effects not working? You made sure everything works well. You're forgetting your stats chances 0% because you have no gear equipped because it's working as a tenant face swap. I mean, I've done that. I'll be honest, I've done that. Goodbye. if it doesn't, I guess in either case, if it contains or it doesn't contain it, in either case, what I need to do is go through, do a for each loop. So when we're looping on this, we can do a for each loop here. And then check if this is equal to this. For each loop with break. Because if it found a match, then what I wanted to do is this up a little bit. What I wanted to do is stop what it's doing. It's fine. Right? Everything's fine then. If it does not find a match, I want to add a local variable that just says no match, and this is just going to be of a type boolean. I said to be true, and this is going to do the check, and this is going to reset it here. False. You can't drink, but you keep going. It's fine. Thanks for the permission, Skronek. And then here on completed, it's going to check, hey, is no match true? Oh, hold on. We need to do this the other way around, don't we? I need to do this the other way around, where it's looping on these and then does a for each loop here inside of it. I think I got this backwards. So if we're just, after it successfully hits something, it's going to go through all of them. And then it's going to check through these. And then this is probably not a good way of doing this, but let's get it working and then we can change things after. So we're gonna check that this and this, right, match or don't match. Okay, if they match, then everything's fine. If it doesn't find it, then it needs to remove it. Then it needs to do this. So we can But this is another function, which is going to be a reset cutout blocking objects. And that needs to happen on this completed. Because that way we still have a reference to this, which means we need to then do one of these. So that will remove it, and on completed, ba, 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 ba. I think I got myself confused. Hit actor. Because this needs to be in here. I think I got myself confused. See, you're talking your way through it, you're doing fine, just don't cut the yellow wire. That's good advice. Yeah, let me backtrack, okay? So we need to look through all of the existing objects and see if the new trace has these objects. If it doesn't, then it needs to remove them. Which I think is what happens here. So what we can do then is do a sequence. After it's done that, I also need to do a remove item here. I don't know why the TTS is just broken today.
Pausing for ads.
Okay. I had to do it manually and restarted everything. Yeah, I don't know what's up. That software needs an upgrade, to be fair. But that's not an excuse. When this is done, we need to go and do another for each loop here. And then basically we need to do this and this and this. Right. And this is not clean, but let's see if it works. Next, your Twitter clicks or whatever you were doing won't work either, and the what you would call it? Wait, what? Twitter clicks or whatever you were doing? I was restarting the software. That's what I was doing. Why are there so many errors? Ah. Right. Do I need this dynamic material reference? I don't, right? I mean, I guess, yeah, that's fine. Create it so that way it takes it from either one. We can just do a value here called set. We just call this set, and then we can just add a new float here. Get value. And default here will be 1. Twitching talks? I'm not sure what you're referring to. But I'm using streamer bot and speaker bot, which is not related to Twitter, Twitch, or anything else. Oh, look at that. Bam. Works. It's not clean, but that works pretty well. Can we do 350? Yeah, it still works fine. Too much opacity? Hold on. Let's turn this off. I can see myself just fine. I can try 0.1. That's 0.2 that we were just looking at. This is 0.1. 0.1 effectively almost entirely disappears. Let's try maybe somewhere in between, 0.15. Yeah, 0.15 is fine. You get the subtle effect of it. Go back to 0.2, just refresh memory. And maybe like 0.175. I think that's okay. 165. She said about lure between see-through and not see-through. It feels like it's popping. That's gonna be the biggest pain in the ass ever. It is popping, but that is hell on earth what you're asking. So for the time being, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because you gotta imagine that what happens when you go and touch an object and then untouch an object before that transition was to finish. And then, right? So it's almost like you're on a timeline, but you can't do a timeline for every single object because that doesn't work that way. You would need like custom timelines, and that becomes such a insane thing. And then there's an advanced way you could do with a lot of math, but just it's not worth it. It's not worth it. The amount of effort it would take, I dread. I just dread it. Remove objects or reset objects no longer overlapped. Add new overlinking objects. What about instant see-through, but a transition back to opaque? I'd say it doesn't matter. Which direction it goes doesn't matter. I need timelines, basically. And I can't do timelines, or I need very complicated math. And very complicated setup where I keep track of every object. I basically need to create a struct, keep track of objects and the time, and then update the time on a timer for each one. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's not a let me just quickly do that. Is it doable? Absolutely. Do I care enough to do that? Well, I don't have time, but it would be like a full stream thing, I think, to do it. So, and once you create one direction, you can do both directions, technically. So, for now, though, we're not going to have multiple like this, typically, anyway. So, what we can do now is go to our hub. And then let's see what things we want cut out. Swords, cut out. Oh, it's already set to blend mouse. So sculptures, also just all sculptures are probably using this. So that's probably already going to take care of pretty much the majority of things. Let me just check. Where's the... What is this using? This is using the circle ones. Okay, let's do masked here. So if we already run through this, right, that's what we get. Let me... I think I forgot to do the shadow pass. Shadow pass switch. I think I saw the shadow get messed up there. There we go. Shadows no longer affected. Alright, so we have that. That gets popped in and out. Things like this also gets hidden. See, the 1.15 might be a little... This value might be a little low. You can't really see it at all. Pillars don't get cut out. Probably should add that as a thing. Swords do, which is good. So let's take a look at what these guys are using as the material. Masked. Come on, Unreal. I just said one thing to masked. It's not that hard. It's not that deep. Oh, I got stuck again. I'm going. Tomorrow, I'm going to look into that dash problem. Yeah, I think we need to increase that opacity. It's too low. Put it back to 0.2. Let's see how it is. You just don't see it at all. Like, yeah, I think that's fine. That pretty much almost disappears. Right, it's almost entirely gone. I almost want to increase it even more, actually. 0.25. So now I'm starting to actually notice it. Right, it's pretty much gone entirely. I think I want to... Yeah, maybe even 0.3. I think I'm going to stop at 0.3. Do it even more. Yeah, you were wanting it less in the other one, but now in here, in context, like, okay. I mean, maybe even more than 0.3. Maybe even more, honestly. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna put 0.5. Hey, Say Darks, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's looking good. Thank you. Yes, now we actually see the shape still. That's looking a lot better. We see the shape. Yeah, we still see us. It was harder to see us. So unless we don't move. When we move, it becomes difficult to see. We can still see the character, honestly. I think it's fine, honestly. 0.5. You changed your name on YouTube too? What was your name before? Yeah, I'm not gonna change it from here. I'm gonna go try it out. Oh, Dale! I know. Did you change your name somewhere? Or did you change your like channel name or something? Right, so now we can actually go behind things and we can see our character. The little rocks won't be a thing. So that might, depending on the level, also very nice. I like seeing all that. There was a little bit of chugging there. Did not like that. Change that, but apparently change your name. Yeah. Maybe should do the trees. Oh. Yep. This guy's cut out so good. So we tested the, yeah, we definitely should do the trees. Some trees are pretty big. What I could try doing actually is just doing the leaves. Which is unfortunate because trees is the one thing that I'd want to not to do this on, because it's the worst one to with Downite. But let's see how it is with just the leaves disappearing, but keeping the branches. Does that not work? Oh, it's because they have no collision. Because it's PCG. Because I didn't give him collision. What I'm probably need to do is change the trace channel on the objects. To be visibility. Do it by channel, do visibility. And then, well, this has no collision anyway. I'll need to enable it because I don't want yeah. Oh no. Because I'm pretty sure what I need to do is, I don't think I can do ignore all, but still do this. Where is it? Oh. Why did I close it? Why did I close it? I don't think this will work. Oh, world static block. It should work. It should work if I set it to world static block. Yeah. Only problem is Albert, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. The only problem is right now these trees will not have the right setting unless I move every single damn one. So now it will have the right collision. But if I click on a different one, it won't, right? Oh, it does. Did it regen all of them? Oh, hold on. Okay, let's try this. No? Now I need to do... There's probably something else I need to do. The damn dash and the stairs. Why does it do that? Why? Why? Let's do a... For one frame here. So you can see the collision. Well, that's successful. Oh. It's because it has multiple materials on it, and the one I'm trying to change is material 2, isn't it? Ah, it's material 2. So if I was to do it on the trunk, right, this would work. It would disappear the trunk. But it doesn't. Well, it's finding it. Okay, well, we're going to play around with that tomorrow. No, I'm definitely not. It's definitely not cut out, but it's definitely finding it. It's green. Oh, it's because it's not a static mesh. That's why it's failing it, because it's not a static mesh. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a thing to get the trees working, because they're instant static mesh component. So we're gonna need to do a custom thing. That's okay. Figure it out tomorrow. But a big part of the problem of seeing things has been solved. And it did not take very long at all, thankfully. We just need to figure out the best way to make it so... I guess all we need to do is, if it fails the static mesh cast, try the component in the static mesh cast. But we also need to... Or we can do a cast to... specifically those trees, but I don't want to, because the problem is we need to also do it for multiple material slots. So we might need to do a loop for on material slots, if there's a way to even tell how many there are automatically. We'll find out tomorrow. All that and more on the next episode of the Game Dev Stream. I want to have an epic name for this. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's been fun. More game dev tomorrow. Same place, same time. All good things. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your night, and I'll see you guys then. Take care. Bye bye.